Whatever doubters say, Kevin Durant has established himself as one of the best players of his generation. And if you're a basketball fan, you know that Durant is the one that's going to give you buckets, especially when you need them the most. He's an 11-time All-Star, 4-time scoring champ, an MVP, 2-time Finals MVP, and a 2-time NBA champion. Here are 10 facts about Kevin Durant that you might not know. Number 1. Kevin Durant's father left them when he was young. When Kevin Durant was a kid, his father Wayne Pratt left him and his family. Pratt, a police officer, blames his walkout on youthful selfishness, and he clearly regrets leaving Wanda alone. Kevin Durant and his father took 10 years to get back on speaking terms, but they did so eventually. Pratt was also part of the reason why Durant left Oklahoma City, as he advised his son to be selfish, know his worth, and go to a bigger market where he could be a star and finally win a few rings. Despite the fact that Pratt's decision to abandon his family left him with some emotional scars that may never heal, it's good to see him reconnect with his superstar son. Number 2. Kevin Durant wanted to play for the Raptors. Kevin Durant, who grew up in Washington, D.C., once stated that he wanted to play for the Toronto Raptors. "Believe it or not, I wanted to play for the Toronto Raptors. That was my favorite team," Durant stated on an appearance on The Dan Patrick Show. One of the biggest reasons Durant grew up supporting the Raptors was because of their jerseys and the fact that they were a new team in the league. Another reason Durant liked the Raptors was his admiration for Vince Carter, the team's former franchise player. In the 2007 NBA Draft, Durant was chosen second overall, one spot behind Greg Oden, who was drafted first by the Portland Trail Blazers. After dealing away their draft picks in different transactions, Toronto did not draft a player in 2007. Number 3. Kevin Durant was a Super Bowl 50 photographer. The NBA star was the official photographer for the Players Tribune during the 2016 championship game. Durant's been a fan of the Super Bowl since he was a kid and was ecstatic when he was given a press pass for the game. Durant joins pro athletes Ken Griffey Jr. and Randy Johnson as athletes who enjoy taking photographs. "The biggest thing I learned is something I knew on a certain level, but didn't know until tonight, that sports photography is hard work and it takes a lot of skill and focus in a crazy atmosphere with a lot of distractions," he wrote. "I have a ton of respect for people who do this as a profession." Number 4. Kevin Durant has more tattoos than you think. Durant has a number of tattoos on his body that were never shown to the public until recently, when he revealed that his chest was covered with ink. His religious faith is shown in the majority of his body tattoos. He claims to have gotten tattoos on parts of his body that are normally hidden from view. Durant has a Bible passage tattoo on the left side of his back, which is another symbol of Kevin's strong religious values and faith in Christianity. KD even has his ancestral home inked on the left side of his lower stomach area, with the number 301 below it. The hut is thought to be Kevin's ancestral home. Number 5. Kevin Durant turned down Adidas and Under Armour. In 2007, Kevin Durant inked a 7-year, $60 million agreement with Nike, which included a $10 million signing bonus. This was the second largest endorsement contract for an NBA rookie. Durant reportedly turned down a 7-year, $70 million agreement with Adidas, which included a $12 million signing bonus, because he has a long connection with Nike dating back to 8th grade. Under Armour, which is based in Durant's homeland of Maryland, reportedly offered KD $285 million in 2014. Durant eventually signed a 10-year, $300 million contract extension with the Swoosh, which was more than enough to keep him from accepting UA's offer. So far, the Nike-Durant partnership has released 13 signature shoes. In addition, Rich Kleiman, Durant's business partner, said that the Nike signature line sales grew by double digits in 2019. Number 6. Kevin Durant is an Oscar winner. In 2018, Kobe Bryant, the late Los Angeles Lakers legend, became the first professional athlete to receive an Academy Award for his film, Dear Basketball, which won Best Animated Short Film. Earlier this year, Durant and Utah Jazz guard Connolly joined Bryant in the pantheon of Oscar winners when Two Distant Strangers won the Academy Award for Short Film, Live Action. Both Durant and Connolly worked as executive producers on the Netflix film, in which the protagonist, played by rapper and actor Joey Badass, finds himself trapped in a time loop in which he's continuously reliving a deadly run-in with a cop. Trayvon Free, the film's writer and director, has commented about how important Durant and Connolly's involvement was in the film's success and recognition, stating that both NBA All-Stars were much more than a source of funding. Number 7. Kevin Durant loves giving back to his community. In 2013, a tornado blasted through the streets, homes, and lives of Oklahoma City residents. The then Oklahoma City Thunder superstar has donated $1 million to the Red Cross Tornado Relief Fund. He didn't make his donation public or issue a statement. In the hopes of making a difference, he just donated to the city he represents and the family he loves. In 2018, Durant donated $10 million to the Prince George's County Public Schools through the Kevin Durant Charity Foundation. It was the first college track program on the East Coast, and it was expected to have a significant impact on local students, as college track has a track record of significantly raising college rates for first-generation students and children from low-income families. Just last year, his foundation has helped communities recover from the COVID-19 crisis. For the most part, KD's efforts have been done without publicity, nor has the foundation provided a price tag for all its gifts and donations. Number 8. Kevin Durant's childhood dream was to become a weatherman. KD was bound to be on TV, just not in the way you think. Kevin was reported to have a fascination with meteorology well before his NBA career started. Growing up, Kevin actually wanted to be a weatherman. He's always been fascinated with weather and natural disasters. Nike's even released a shoe inspired by Kevin's childhood dream. The limited edition 2011 Zoom KD4 Weatherman boasts a lush green upper with a Volt swoosh on the midfoot strap and a Doppler radar-inspired graphic accenting the heel. The KD7 Weatherman was released in March of 2015 as a follow-up to the 2011 KD4 Weatherman. The shoe includes a green screen-inspired emerald green upper with a Doppler radar-like pattern on its heel, a shiny silver swoosh, Volt accents, and an orange outsole complete the look. Number 9. Kevin Durant's first jersey number, 35, was about his coach. Durant's iconic number 35 was inspired by his former coach, who was gunned down at the age of 35 outside a bar in Maryland. Charles Craig, a big man, was left crumpled on the wet pavement, washed down a grate in the low spot of the strip mall parking lot. Kevin Durant, who was then 16 years old, was not present at the time, but would soon find out what had happened. Charles was a coach, a mentor, and a father figure. Durant began wearing jersey number 35 shortly after, a reference to Craig's age at the time of his death. And number 10. Kevin Durant was always second before his MVP year. The superstar is well known and well liked for his abilities, but there's always someone ahead of him. LeBron James in winning the MVP award in 2013, and even Greg Oden, who was drafted ahead of him. I've been second my whole life. I was the second best player in high school. I was the second pick in the draft. I've been second in the MVP voting 3 times. I came in second in the finals. I'm tired of being second. I'm not going to settle for that. I'm done with it, Durant said in a 2014 interview. Durant eventually won the 2013-2014 season MVP after finishing the season as the league's leading scorer at 32 points per game, while also averaging 7.4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 1.3 steals per game. This season has allowed him to dethrone LeBron James, who had won the MVP award in the previous 2 seasons.